going on with y'all? It's your boy Entity's Hour. We're back. Now I know it's been like 4-5 days. You feel me? It's been 4-5 days since I don't drop the video. I know some of y'all probably been like, Entity, where the fuck you been at? You know what I'm saying? But just to recap to y'all, let y'all know, it was your boy's birthday. My birthday was August 19th, and my girl's birthday was August 20th. So we had to celebrate. I took a few days off to celebrate. Have some time with my girl, stuff like that. But we back. I come back to the Judgment and everything coming out, the changes, and I'm hearing about I'm hearing a couple things in the fog. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing a couple things in the fog. So the man Mint Skull, I think his name is Mint Skull. He's gonna give me like the scoop, the 411, all the detail, the tea, and about what's about to come out, because probably by the time y'all see this, Judgment will already be out. I'm gonna try to get it out today, same day as Judgment comes out. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the community, man. Join the community, gang. It's in the description, and obviously Mint Skull's video will also be in the description as well, so y'all can see his video and stuff like that. Like I said, one more time, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that like button. Okay, I'm back, I'm refreshed. So y'all glad to see your boy back. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying?
So the devs have done a live stream in their official Discord talking about the changes coming to the next patch on the 25th of August, including a big nerf to Vigil, some changes to the Judgment, and a complete revamp of the MMR system. So let's quickly...
I'ma say it once, I'ma say it again for y'all. I'm glad Vigil got nerfed. For all you survivor mains that are hurt about Vigil, oh well, whoop-dee-doo, whoop-dee-doo. It's nerfed.
We talk about it. So the developer stream started with the devs talking about the cheating problems in the game, with first explaining what happens with the cheating reports. The devs ask all players that, in the case there is a cheating problem in your matches, to make sure that when you report it, do it as specific as possible, with examples being like, saw the survivor jumping, instead of just writing cheating, and that's it. Another thing that helps a lot is if you record the problem happening, as that is almost a guarantee that the players will be banned. Now,
see, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, bro, but doesn't DBD already have some form of an anti-cheat as is? So it's like, I get it, don't get me wrong, I get it. We as a community needs to, be reporting that, because I'm not gonna sit here and say behavior gonna catch everything, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure as soon as you load up DVD, I could be wrong, on the PC side, there's a anti-cheat program logo somewhere on the loading screen. So shouldn't y'all's anti-cheat program, be catching that type of stuff? And the whole, and the whole thing with devs telling us that we gotta be specific in our reports of cheating, isn't that a given? Now, if y'all are out here just now, again, I like to be devil's advocate. If y'all are out here just putting this Meg, this Nia, this Thylita, whatever her name is cheating, y'all not helping the problem. Like, that's a given. Like, record it if you can. Be specific. I don't know if people really are just putting cheating and then that's it. Like, it's not really much to go off of, to be real.
As for what the devs are doing, they will be trying an anti-cheat trials for the live game, where they will be testing out new anti-cheat features for the game, where you can opt in on Steam, which doesn't work on crossplay, and see if that helps combat cheaters without causing any problems to the players. They cannot share any specifics today, but they will be sharing everything about it next week. Seeing the devs doing such a big push against the cheating problem makes me wonder if they are preparing something in the back end to release the game as free to play with the new graphical update. One can hope. And now we have various changes for the Judgment, as they are very...
See, now I will say, before he gets into the Judgment changes, again, like, I like for y'all to let me know in the comments so I can stay updated and stuff like that. Because, like I said, I've been out for 4 or 5 days since I've uploaded. But I heard that the Judgment got nerfed because there's DVD survivors. There's DVD survivor streamers in particular. Because when they go up against the Judgment, they can't read their chat. That's what I'm hearing. I hope that's not why behavior really just nerfed this killer. Because, like I said in my last video about the Judgment, and just everyone in general, She's a 4.4. She got no mobility. Which she should be a 4.6, 4.8, whatever. Because like I said, she got 4 legs and wings. How you got 4 legs and wings and you can't do nothing? You slow. Like, that doesn't make sense. But I really hope that's just a rumor, bro. But I've heard from like 2 other people. I've heard from the Grapevine, right? I heard that, and then I also heard from Evil Vora, but he said he's also not too sure about it. And I also heard from Quiet Kills as well that's why they nerfed the Judgment for damn DBD survivor mains. And no, DBD streamer survivors. And that's gonna be a whole separate video of me reacting to about my opinions on that, because I hope that's not true.
Impactful changes to their power. First of all, the devs added new visuals to the bowl in the Judgment's hand for when the power is at its maximum strength. When you see the electric sparks from the bowl, that means the pillar, when casted, will damage survivors. And this is helpful to time the beams correctly, as this was a problem in the PTB for some players. Next up, when the divine light downs a survivor further than 18 meters, their location will be revealed by Killer Instinct to make it easier to find them after sniping them or curving the beam. Not only that, now when you barely miss a survivor, you will also get Killer Instinct just like the add-on. However, if you are not a fan of this feature, you can disable it in the menu for the first time ever. And now I am begging the devs to add the crosshair option for all the range killers in the game.
See, now that crosshair part, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The game been out for 10 years. That should have been the crosshairs. That should have been something put in on year 1, year 2, year 3 max of DVD coming out, of being out like on live servers, bro. Like, I don't even care about the whole for the new players. Because we all know that's what they're going towards, the new players, the casuals and stuff like that. But crosshairs in particular, that should have been for everybody. I don't care if you're new, you're a vet, you're an OG, whatever. They should have been added the crosshairs. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all did this. I don't know if y'all did. Let me know in the comments. But no, we shouldn't have to buy a monitor, not a PC, a monitor that comes with a potential crosshair option in the monitor. We shouldn't do that for this type of game. That should have already been in there. If COD got it, Battlefield got it, why y'all don't have it on some of these throwing killers? Hunter should have been had it. Death Slinger should have been had it. Jason should have had it. Like, come on, Jason should have had it. So, but yeah, that should have been in there. Like, the fact that that's still not in here is absurd behavior. If y'all see this video, add damn crosshair to the throwing killers already.
Please make the add-ons part of this feature. Now, regarding the brown add-on that already did this for the Judgment, as far as I am aware, it remains unchanged, so maybe it will be reworked in a future bug fix. Next up, this could be a potentially big nerf to the Judgment, but now survivors are able to see the beam approaching once casted, to make it easier for survivors to dodge it behind walls, in the case they are cleansing totems. This will be a nerf to the sniping capabilities of Judgment, and we will have to test it out in game to see how impactful it is. Finally,
my opinion on that, bro, is like, I hate to sound like a broken record and like everyone else that's complaining about this killer, but bro, that's all that killer really had was the sniping. You know, like they go pew pew, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it had. It's slow, it's huge, big as shit. Yeah, it's big as shit, slow. You can't not see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can already see, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm getting mixed in my words, but it's like, bro, all it had was that. Its perks aren't even that good neither. Like, it's decent. I'm not trying to shit on the killer at all. I'm just keeping a buck with y'all. The perks it has ain't even that crazy good as is. This killer is, they just knocked her down. Like, I heard a couple people already say, oh, she's a C killer now. She's a B killer. She's borderline almost, like, I say a D killer. I say D plus. D plus because it's from the community. I really think, like, no BS, I really think behavior, not the community, behavior could have designed this a lot better. A lot better. 100%. Because don't get me wrong, design is okay. The end goal of what the killer looks like now is okay. But it could have been definitely a lot better, bro.
While this is hard to visually explain, the pillar light curving feature is now capped at 0.3 in all cases, making it more consistent to curve. Apparently, in the past, the curving feature depended on when you started to curve the beam, either at the beginning, making it way more curvier, or at the end, making it less curvy. So now it will be the same for all charges.
That's not bad. That's good though.
Easier to dominate this power and make it more consistent. Next up, we have exile changes to make it much more brutal compared to before. The pillars that appear in the exile will be much more punishing to get hit by, as now they will make the exile duration much less, reducing it by 3 seconds. Not only that, you will now be immune to them for only 0.5 seconds, so you can get hit twice. But to compensate, they will now spawn further away from each other, so they won't bombard the same spots frequently, instead being more spread out. Now let's talk.
That's not bad though. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, that's not a terrible thing that they did
about the part I am the most excited for, and that is the extra balance changes. So as of now, the devs are fully implementing the elusive status effect on unhooks just to test it out if this is going to be a good idea for anti-tunneling protections. This might be temporal or not, depending on the impact it does to the game, as the devs want to test it out.
Bro, I'm gonna say it. Some people might not like what I say right now, bro, but bro, the tunneling, leave it alone. That's all us killers have for pressure. Like, bro, leave the, like, I get off the hook and stuff. Okay, cool. But bro, stop tweaking it more. Leave it alone. Just leave it. Like, cause like, I'm a firm believer of this. Behavior don't know how to tweak something that makes sense for both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they tweak, I've said this before. A lot of people said this before. If behavior has this knack for tweaking something on killer, but then they tweak something on survivor. If survivor is good, killer is shit. If killer is good, which it hasn't been lately, survivor is shit. Y'all don't know how to meet in the middle. Bro, the anti-tunneling, how y'all have it now, in my opinion, is decent how it is. Stop trying to tweak it and make it more to the survivor damn side. Don't even, like, that's what, and then they talk about something, they're gonna add it in there for now, and then just to see how, y'all should have done that in the PTB! Y'all had 2 PTBs! Y'all had a private, I can't think of the right word, bro. Y'all had a personal one for the cool kids, and then y'all had an open one for everybody. Y'all had 2 PTBs! What do y'all need? Like, come on, bro. Like, man, leave it alone.
With a bigger sample size, especially with the casuals on console, as there is no PTB on there. Next up, Nowhere to Hide is getting its 24 meters range back. However, now the perk only works on the Generator instead of moving with the killer. Amazing change.
That's not bad. At least we kept our 24. W behavior, and I'm not even mad at that because, and like I mean, it kind of does suck that it doesn't travel with you as the killer when you hit the Generator, but realistically, if I'm gonna be fair and I'm biased, it should have always been like that to begin with. It should have always been like that. No BS. When I first started using it, I didn't even know it traveled with you. I thought, because when you hear the name of the perk, Nowhere to Hide, and you see how it works, you think it's only in that general area. You get what I'm saying? But the only thing I will say that kind of does suck about it now is survivors are gonna be able to just sit outside of that 24 meters and come right back to the Generator. So it's like, it's still a nerf, but it's not that bad of a nerf. Does that make sense? Like, it's, it's a tolerable nerf. It's a nerf, but when you put it like that, it's equivalent. Put it like this: it's equivalent to the whole anti-camping at hook for killers to survivors. How I think it's like, what, I don't remember how many meters it is for the hook for survivors to get unhooked. However it is, let's just say it's 18 meters, for example. If the killer is 19 meters away from hook, he's just sitting there. So it's kind of the same thing for survivors with Nowhere to Hide. Y'all just gotta be 25 meters away and then run right back to it. So I mean, it's okay. It's not nothing terrible.
And the perk should have worked like this from the start. Repressed Alliance now only requires you to repair the generator for 30 seconds in order to activate the perk for 15 seconds on command. I swear people will be sleeping on this perk, as it's a hard counter to various of the killer's regression perks and even a counter to Nowhere to Hide and Pain Resonance. And finally, by far what I am most happy about, Vigil is finally getting gutted. Now, it only does 30% of exhaustion and that's it, no longer affecting killer powers or perks with status effects. To tell you in terms, old Vigil made Sprint Burst have a 24 seconds cooldown instead of 40. Now, it's going to be 30 seconds, removing 10 seconds just like it was back in the days. Remember that Sprint Burst also got nerfed in the PTB, so in other words, Sprint Burst Vigil combo is going to be significantly weaker compared to before, so survivors will change it to Light or Dead Hard instead. And the final showcase they have done is related to MMR, as it's going to dramatically change with the new patch of the Judgement. In the past, MMR worked based on escapes and kills. If you escape as a survivor, it counts like you won. If the killer kills 3 survivors or more, it counts as a win. Hatch escapes are neutral. It doesn't reduce nor increase MMR. With the new system, only 3 things are kept from the old system. First of all, killers will keep their individual MMR like in the past, and survivors will all have the same one regardless of the character you use, as they are all skins. The MMR will still compare between the killer and the survivor to see how much points you win or lose. And most importantly, wait times will still be the priority compared to MMR accuracy.
Thank God they did not touch queue times with this. Thank God, because bro, whether it's 2v8, lights out, any type of event, them queue times, them 10, 15, 30-minute queue times be crucial. Whether you're a survivor or killer, it's crucial. So I'm so glad they did that. And that whole MMR rework, I'm gonna say it now for anyone that's watching this video. Yo, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Y'all gonna go up against some demons, some monsters. Y'all gonna go against some sweats. But just thug through it. You know what I'm saying? Have some type of faith in behavior in the MMR rework. Have some type of faith. It's gonna get rough. But we gonna weather this storm. We gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? And I did, like I said, I did watch a little bit of Evil Vora's reaction to this. One thing he did say that was a good idea was to add say you're iridescent 3, you're iridescent 3 or whatever. Add some type of emblem or something like that to let other people know that, oh shit, this is an iridescent 3 killer or whatever, or an Ash 4 or a gold, let everybody know what type of MMR ranking you're in, because I personally don't really care too much for ranked. I just want to play just to play, but there is a lot of people that take pride in ranked, and they also take pride in feeling like they doing something with ranked, emblems, achievements, badges, stuff like that. If behavior really does this right, the MMR issue and just ranked as a whole on DBD could really do good. They could really actually put DBD a little bit better. It's still it's some shit ranking in my personal opinion, but it will definitely get it out of it's some shit back to okay, we see what you're doing behavior. So I really hope they do good on this MMR rework.
So if the game can find you players fast, even if the MMR is not exactly the same, it will still do it. Now, MMR will be based on the actions of the emblems, just like it was back in the days, with the new system taking into consideration the actions you do in the game. For survivors, the examples will be completing generators, unhooking other survivors, being chased for long periods of time, or escaping the match. For killers, it will be stuff like regressing generators, injuring and downing survivors, downing them quick, or sacrificing them all. An example they showed is a Dwight who did 3 generators on their own, got 5 unhooks, as well as healed the team various times, had a 10-minute chase, but in the endgame, they got hooked and died. Well, with the new system, they may still gain MMR despite dying, because the system will take everything into consideration. Say, for example, that instead of getting 100 points, they only get 75, which is still a win. Whereas in the past, this Dwight would have the match considered as a complete loss. What I like about this system the most is that ratting is no longer rewarded, as in the past you could just play in the safest way possible, take zero risks at all, and eventually escape in the endgame because that would guarantee that you get a win. Meanwhile, this would only punish players that were more altruistic or did gens instead of hiding. This new system, as they confirmed, comes out on the 25th, and most importantly, there will be a massive MMR reset, so everyone will start from zero in order to calculate the new numbers using the new system. And that's about all. Additionally, I might be streaming on Twitch on the 25th in order to showcase Judgement, and you will be able to earn some free drops just by tuning in. So make sure to stay tuned. Let me know if you're happy with the changes from PT.
Okay, that's gonna do it. W Video Mint Skull. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about the Judgement nerf, the Vigil nerf, DBD, the path it's going, you know, moving forward. Y'all let me know all that stuff. Y'all also let me know if, like, I don't know how old some of y'all are, but if I got like some jits, I got some teenagers in my my channel or whatever. How was y'all's first second day of school, bro? Y'all let me know. I don't know if creators are asking y'all that, but I'm gonna ask y'all that. How was y'all's like first second day of school? Was y'all cool? Was y'all clean? Was y'all fresh? You know what I'm saying? Did you get some hugs? Like, you know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Let me know. And like I said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and join the community. Join it. You know what I'm saying? That's where y'all can engage with me more. You know what I'm saying? When I am around, at least, because my schedule kind of sucks. But when I am around, you know what I'm saying? Cool, whatever. But like I said, I'm going to catch y'all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that noti bell. Okay, I know I don't say that enough, but I'm going to start saying it more. Hit that notification bell so you know when I post. You feel me? Or like I said, join the community. That also lets you know when I post. But I'm done yapping. Catch you on the next one.